it would seem apparently that Kimetsu no Yaiba is about to reach its end. The next chapter, from what people have said, comments in on the Japanese chapter, is that the next chapter is said to be the last one. I I'm indifferent on this series ending, and I've mentioned before. I don't. It's not that. Oh, I don't think it should be over. I don't think it should be. End based off popularity. That's not my issue. My issue is like, well, obviously the author can continue or end whenever she feels like it, but my issue is it's not. It's more for like curiosity of certain aspects in the series. Like I've mentioned a couple times, like if this author didn't plan on the series like extending beyond this, then I don't really get the point of the whole like demons, like high level demons evolving to the same tier as Muzan. I don't know, but there's still the possibility that this series could continue as like a like a oh yeah it's the same world but different cast, different conflicts and stuff, maybe like that, and it's just establishing, oh yeah, this is how the demons still exist or something. It's maybe some low level demon was neglected and not paid attention to because they were all more towards like the big stuff going on, and because of that it went from some forgettable creature to like a big monster. Like maybe have a demon that saw what was going on and left Japan, and that's going to be how it like spreads, and you get like a bigger like issue at hand. It's like, oh yeah, it went somewhere else where they didn't have people like set up to defend it, and so it just consumed and got really powerful. I don't know. There's always the possibility of getting more, but we'll see. Like if it ends next chapter, then I'm all right with the story like point of it ending isn't the issue that I would have. It's more of just like I like why set this up if you don't use it? I don't know. Either way, not a big deal. In the last, like we were getting near the end, and the last instance we have Tanjiro, who in his mind it's like the part of of Muzan like trying to fully corrupt him, fully like take him over, and push him towards being like the continuation of the demon line. And I don't know, I was curious about this part because I'm like, well, why even make Tanjiro turn into a demon if you were gonna like switch him afterwards? Because I can get stuff like this chapter, where it's more about him dying, and when Muzan's trying to mess with him and all these characters, you see like people from throughout the journey, the ones that have died, like pillars and other characters, pushing, grabbing Tanjiro and coming to save him. I did like the way that it looked like in the afterworld, and this the spot as you had these like hanging wisteria flowers, and these arms all coming to grab him and try and save him, trying to get him away from Muzan. And it's kind of spooky to see like Muzan, and in his spot is like linked to this big like just flesh of the underworld that he wasn't going to be able to escape, wasn't going to be able to keep Tanjiro with him, and it's just like freaking out of how close he was to really, even though he was going to die, well, he did die, that he was going to at least be able to continue his goals. And when like that, all these people from the afterlife are helping Tanjiro, he's just like, ignore them, they're not actually there, it's all part of your mind and stuff. Just go with me. We got this. We're gonna discontinue the demon line, and we're going to you're gonna help me fulfill my dreams and stuff. You're gonna help me fulfill my next step. I don't know. It was I like the design, like the idea of that being like the border between the afterlife, seemingly, or at least like Muzan's influence, as you have all of these people who fought for the demon slayers and fought against the demons coming out of this like large like bloomed area of like the flowers that they can't go, because it's also like, because we know that's their weakness, they're weak to the wisteria flowers, so it's like, oh yeah, they can't cross this because it's part, it's something that they can't deal with. And it'd be interesting if that's the reason they can't deal with the wisteria flowers, is it's because like some weird border between like the line of being a demon and being a human, and further of just like, oh yeah, they're weak to it, kind of like vampires with garlic. I don't know, but Tanjiro is saved. He comes back, and it seems like he's gonna be able to actually like recover and live his life. And yet, like other characters there, you got Inosuke and Zenitsu. They're obviously pretty happy that he's that Tanjiro is alive. You got Giyu. I want to see like the next chapter who's like actually fully alive and who's dead, because there's some characters that were a little bit vague in their ending. I think there was like some note of maybe like seeing Kanroji, like maybe she even died. I thought she and Ikuro were were able to manage, but there's a part where it's like showing like a bunch of the pillars, and it seems like it's characters that died, but maybe it's just people that sacrificed a lot. I don't know, but you get to the end, and there's some happiness that that Muzan is defeated, and then the assistant Tamayo is like, oh yes, it's finally over. I'm curious what he was like. He's like, I knew you wouldn't die. Maybe he was talking to, I think, referring to Tanjiro, or if I guess he could even be referring to the cat because the cat lived. But yeah, it looks like the sad, quiet ending of what's going on, and uh, I I don't know. I'm very like oddly indifferent about the ending. Like I said, I'm all right with it ending. It's more of like probably looking back of what else the author had set up. It's like, well, then why would you lay this out if it's not going to continue? But there could easily be like a part two where it's just different cast, different conflicts, but same world, which I think would be cooler to do than just like have another arc where Tanjiro and crew team up to go fight some enemies. Plus, it'd be really cool if you had like a part two where like it's a different cast, different stuff, and then like later it's like we need to get some help from somebody, and then we have like them find out about Tanjiro and stuff and bring in those guys, and you have these guys with more experience showing up to aid and teaching stuff. I think that'd be pretty cool. But it was pretty quick to read, pretty nice like ending it's getting to, and if not like a part two, I'm curious to know what the author is going to do after this. I mean, she's probably good. She's probably good with like how much success Kimetsu no Yaiba's gotten. She's probably like made absolute boatload of money, and so we'll see what the plans are there. But other than that, no, comment below. Tell me your thoughts about the chapter. I'll probably do like a thoughts about the series video when it's over, and then just kind of like give my take. But other than that, comment below, thumbs up from the like button, subscribe button, and check out my other videos. But other than that, I appreciate everybody who's already subscribed, and I thank you all for listening. Bye.